Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. Today's video I will show you the team I went 15 games win streak with. I played the team for 5 sets. I lost 2 games in those 5 sets. So you can imagine how solid this team is. I am using a kind of like extremely rare Pokemon, but to be honest, it's not as great as you may think. You could literally have Drifloon, like the first evolution of Drifloon, and you will have actually much better result. What does Quetzala do? It's just a Pokemon, a rare Pokemon that I have for Little Cub, and someone was just nice enough to trade it to me. I guess like sometimes being a streamer, have some, you know, get some, you get some rare trades. People offer you some rare trades, which is something I appreciate. So shout out to the person who traded to me, thank you so much. And basically the team actually does not rely on Quetzala, it's Cottony and Ducklet core. Those two Pokemons have been the most and the strongest duo in this type of cup, and we will see, you will see why. Like trust me, Quetzala probably won me 2 games out of those 25, but the majority with Ducklet. So watch this video, and just so you can measure how you use this team. Again, you don't need a you don't need Quetzala. In fact, you can run Joltik and it will have a much better result. You could even run something like Drifloon as well. The problem with the Drifloon is that it makes it just weak to the fire Pokemons. Okay, you could also run Shadow Kanto Marowak. Shadow Alolan Marowak if you have one. Non-Shadow is fine as well, and I do believe that Shadow Marowak is actually better. The team is like triple hard counter the Golett, so that's why you see Quetzala here. But if you run Kanto Marowak, you only have 2 hard answers, but that's enough, you know. 2 hard answers is enough. Without further ado, let's go and watch these battles. First battle, we have Cottony into Aurorus. So I think my opponent here had a different fast move, which I did not expect, and they have Rock Throw. And now I'm just like, oh my, I don't even know the count for this because I've never played against Rock Throw. And you can see opponent like swapped with their energy, and they did not throw a charge move, which actually is not a bad idea for me, because in Little Cup, if you know, you have to use your shields, otherwise, oh my dude, this thing is so tilting. Every time a Pokemon faint like that, you just can't do anything for like 10 seconds. As you can see, they have Golett. I can just swap out and wall the heck out of the Shadow Golett. Surprisingly, I don't have a Shadow Golett. By the way, you could actually run Shadow Golett instead of Quetzala, and it's actually the best option. Shadow A9 in the lead. What do we do in this case? You just shield and farm all the way down. Because that means you will win the lead and you will have the alignment you wish to have. As an example, Joltik has Sucker Punch, so I can't have the Joltik into my Quetzala. So that's why we had it on the... we prefer to win the lead. What do we do here? We're just going to throw the Bubble Beams, to be honest, because I want to debuff their damage, and I'm sure I faint here, and then we go Quetzala, they go Golett, and I think I faint here. This does enough damage because that Pokemon is just a beast, and now it's just a race to whoever gets. Oh my. So I KO'd in 1 charm, but they needed 2 Sucker Punches, so that's how we won, and that was a good game. This is, by the way, I have the highest starting elo ever. I think I started at like 2450. Usually my starting elo is like around 2300. So as you can see, we swapped into Quetzala. They brought in Dunspots and Shadow Golett. Again, if you don't have Quetzala, run Shadow Golett. It's better. I just don't have Shadow Golett. Isn't that iconic? I literally don't have one. And as you can see, I'm able to get 2 Rocket Blasts here, and I think my opponent misplayed here and shielded. They definitely lived that, and they definitely did not need to shield. So we take those mistakes, because now I just don't shield my Cottony. I might shield the second one if they get to it, because otherwise I need to save some health. And we KO'd. They bring in the Kanto, the Alolan Marowak. And I'm just going to farm all the way down. There is no reason to throw any charge move. They bring in Alolan Vulpix, and because I am ahead on energy, I'm able to throw a Bubble Beam before they get to any charge move. So usually you want to no-shield the first, because that thing has Night Slash, I believe. Just in case they boost, right? So don't shield the first like me. That was a Pepega play. We're going straight for the second bubble beam. It doesn't do that much damage, but it does enough, right? They bring in the Kanto, they bring in the Marowak, and we finish them with the Charm. So that's a 5-0, and you can see I am on my longest streak, which is 13-win streak. Next game, horrible lead. We swap into Corsola, and they bring in this Pokemon, and this is where like actually having Golett or Marowak is much better than Corsola, because you have a better play here. But that Pokemon was kind of low stat product, because I'm not sure like how did I put them at 1 HP and won that. They brought in the A slash. I still have to like the shield here. I think I'm gonna double shield because I like the thing is I'm shielding before I debuff. After I debuff, you don't care to shield, right? So they did not shield. And now this is an awkward situation for them because I'm just going to go straight bubble beam, to be honest. Like, what can they do? So throw aerial ace? I should survive that. So I swapped here because I live a Brave Bird now, and I have another Pokemon. I think I died to the Brave Bird now. Okay, they threw aerial ace. So because the thing is, I aggressively swapped because I know if they Brave Bird, I can just water gun them down after. So here my opponent made a mistake by staying in for too long, and I'm happy that he is staying in because I can just go for like more energy. Opponent brought in Ducklet, and this is where like I am not sure if they swapped into a better Pokemon. They were literally better staying in. And we can just go straight Rock Blast here. And I snuck in a fast move, so that's why I'm going to shield here. If I did not sneak, I would not shield. And the game here is lagging, dude. Little Cup is so laggy. Little Cup is so bad to play. Next game, Cottony into Milk Tank. So in this matchup, you have to shield if they build to 5. Okay? But I noticed that everyone bait at low MMR, but not everyone bait at high MMR. Okay? They swapped into Togetic, so I'm just gonna go to Corsola. And again, this is where having Alolan Marowak is very rewarding. Because you resist Fairy Wind, right? And the Fire Spin does so much damage. And we took them out. I'm assuming people just don't know that Corsola has Rock Blast. So they brought in the Cow, and the Cow is not the tankiest Pokemon in this cup. So look at that. I was able to take them out. I saw that there is a Joltik, and then I instantly swapped. So why did I swap there? Because ideally I don't want to give Joltik energy. Joltik with energy is scary. Probably the scariest Pokemon in this cup. Because Joltik has almost a super effective move for everything in this cup. They have Sucker Punch, which is super effective for all the Ghost. They have Discharge, which is super effective against all the Water. They have Poison Sting, which is super effective against all the Fairy. So that's why Joltik is actually the Pokemon that I'm not using and I wish to have. And that's why I'm saying Joltik is a better Corsola. I just don't have one. Imagine not having Corsola and not having Golurk and having Corsola. We're going straight for the Rock Blast here. This matchup is just bad because my damage is Ghost, which is double resisted, and their damage is neutral. And you can see that if they... Okay, they brought in... what's the name of this Pokemon? Spenda. I think people are using Spenda because Spenda has Sucker Punch, but it's just not ideal of a Pokemon. Look how bad it is. I know that people are just trying to use it for the Sucker Punch, but you could actually just use Joltik. It's much better and stronger and has a better charge moves and spammier as well. So now we can just Water Gun them all the way down and win this game. Cottony into Pachirisu. This is an amazing lead. There is nothing Pachirisu can do. And them staying in means they don't have an answer. I'm happy to stay in here because my Pokemons in the back do not beat Pachirisu. So they go straight Thunder Punch. I threw there on non-ideal timing, but I want to grab a shield first. You could say that there is no reason to throw. I could have just waited until they throw, do one, then throw. But I just don't want to put myself in a clunky situation, you know? I can just throw. And you can see here, I won even though I'm still up a shield. They have a water gun, a rock throw Pokemon. I'm just gonna farm them all the way down. And if you have a Joltik, you go Ducklet here instead. Why? Because see, they have a Ducklet in the back, and the Joltik would have cooked it. So just like, know your matchups. Like, if you're using the Joltik over Corsola, it's better to save the Joltik, because there is always something that takes super effective from Joltik. Remember that Joltik does super effective into everything. Either super effective fast move or super effective charge move. Except the rocks. Except the Geodude. And that was a nice game. Moving into the next one. Cottony into Gullet. We destroy this Pokemon that if they have this Pokemon, I just simply win. I caught a move here. It's not an ideal situation, but I don't think it's a bad situation because I can just outpace. And you can see because I snuck on the switch, I'm always going to outpace. So in this situation, I don't care to win switch. So I'm just going to give it to them and then water gun them all the way down. And now with Shiver Pokemon they bring in, we'll get debuffed. Opponent realized that they can't win this game and then they left. Next game, Cottony Mir. I noticed that my Cottony is just so bad. Look at this matchup. You're gonna notice in a bit. Yeah, see? I get to the yellow 3 charms before my opponent. So, I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let me just also open my phone and look up my Cottony IVs. I don't know what IVs they have, whether it's an attack breakpoint or a defensive breakpoint, but I'm definitely gonna look that up. They brought in Geodude, and this is where like having Rock Blast over Port Gem is amazing on the Corsola, because literally it's like a cheaper move and does lots of damage, because everything in Little Cup takes everything dies very fast. Let me check my Cottony. It's actually a good IV. It's 5, 10, 12. So I will definitely look into that. So here I switched my Cottony because I kept losing lead with Cottony. And someone said use Elekid. What does Elekid do? It's literally a bad Pikachu Libre. Now thinking about it, isn't it just bad Pikachu Libre? Yes, it's literally a bad Pikachu Libre. The difference is that this one has Brick Break, which is a move that is... wait, this is Bubble Beam. Yeah, this is Bubble Beam, we just don't shield. Brick Break is bad. Flying Press, a much worse version, but at least it debuffs, right? Flying Press does not debuff, even though Flying Press can almost one-shot everything. So, do I need to shield? I don't think I need to shield. I live that. And here, the game is still deciding who is winning this game. They brought in the Marowak. I'm just gonna throw the Rock Blast, to be honest, blindly, and then swap out. They have their own Duckle, and I think I'm ahead on energy, so no matter how they play, I will win this game, because remember that I have a shield. Opponent just realized that, and then they left the game. Okay, moving into the last game. So, in this last game... So, this is where, like, this Pokemon was a bit annoying, because, oh my... I only get to one move. What is my Cottony? I just changed it here a bit, okay? Elekid has a decent play. It's just very frail, but also it hits hard. So if you are... There is a situation where you can get shields down, Elekid can sweep. After we get the shield, there is no reason to stay in, so we just go Corsola and Astonish down. Remember, there is many Astonish users. You can use Drifloon, you can use Joltik, so please don't be salty in the comments for not having Corsola. It's literally not as good as you may think. You saw how in all of these games, Ducklet and Cottony were like literally the MVP. And I'm assuming because people are just don't use Cottony or stopped using Cottony, they think it's bad or something. It's still decent. Just don't run Razor Leaf, run Charm instead. And Ducklet is still the best Pokemon. Because Niantic decided to ban Smeargle for some dumb reason which we don't know about. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you made it this far, I believe that you are going to like this video because you like the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever you're having. Peace.